Hello fellow duelists and collectors. Today I'm going to be showing you a basic sort of starter Vendread deck profile. For starters, Dark Armed Dragon, because as with all of my dark decks, I do believe you should always have Dark Armed. It's always going to be great. We have 3 Vendread Battlelord, definitely a keeper for the deck. You don't always have to run it at 3, I run it at 3 because I prefer that, and he's got a high attack. Plus there's that other one with like 3,000 attack or whatnot, that's definitely better. So you would probably consider replacing it with that if you want, or adding that in somehow. 2 Revendread Slayer. I had 3, but since there's 3 Revendread Battlelord, you don't want to have too many rituals in your hand, so you want to sort of keep it under wraps, not dead draw yourself. Zombino is essentially just like a filler card, decent attack zombie monster, and the whole 0 attack part of the deck goes well together. 3 Vendread Revenants. I do believe this card is very essential and that it should be taken seriously in the deck for all Vendread decks. Zombie Master, I would actually say you should run at 3. All 3 of my other ones are in my main zombie deck, so I only have 1 in this deck, so yeah, but I would recommend 3 for sure. Samurai Skull, a newer card, definitely a really good card to use. And again, it also has the 0 defense criteria, which will be important sort of as a theme of this deck. Then we have 3 Zombina. It's excellent to get that effect to get, a monster back from the grave. And since everything is a zombie, it's good to have. So I'm actually running 3. 3 Pyramid Turtle, because honestly, like every zombie in this deck could be summoned by Pyramid Turtle almost. And, well, not everyone, and it is a good card to have for the versatility it can give you. But it is a slower card, so it's not highly recommended, but I use it, so that's just my preference. 1 Goblin Zombie, even though you could definitely argue that you should run more than 1, but I like to keep it at 1 in general. And also, I don't think I have any more extras, so it's just 1 in this deck for me. And then 2 Vendread Hound Horde. It's a good card. I don't know if you should actually run 3 of it though, but definitely good, and I guess sort of essential for a basic Vendread build. Now, Revendread Origin is the most essential card in the deck, obviously, and I think it's actually one of the best ritual spell cards there is. So I would highly recommend keeping 3. I mean, I think that's kind of a generic rule. 3 Reoccurring Nightmare. Now this is where the 0 attack comes in, because, or 0 defense, sorry. Because, you get to target, 2 darks with 0 defense in your grave and out of your hand, and that's like majority of the deck. So this card can be super helpful for the deck, and I would recommend it for Revendreads. Pyramid of Wonders is a great zombie card, and it is like one of the ultimate protections for them, along with an attack boost. I think it's classically essential for every zombie deck to use in one sense or another, at least 1, if not 3, because it is very good and should be very seriously reconsidered if it's not in zombies. Even though it's not that fast, still has really good repercussions for you. Okay, Call of the Mummy. That's sort of just for the sake of the speed of this deck, since I don't think it's necessarily fast enough for today's format, but still a good card to have for the slower decks, like the fun decks that I portray. Different Dimension Capsules, sort of like the Gold Sarcophagus replacement that's cheaper and easier to get, but it's just, like a substitute card that could be replaced by any spell or trap of your preference, but I like adding certain cards to my hand or protecting them for later. Dark Eruption is quite a good card, and since like a lot of the monsters in this deck have less than 1,500 attack, it's very good. Not as good as Recurring Nightmare, but still really good. Lightning Vortex, the cheap, super cheap substitute of Regeki. That's not as good, but essentially just a staple you could replace with anything you want. And then there is 2 Tutton Mask just for the protection, because you never really know what's going to happen, and it's helpful for zombies, but it's easily replaceable with, like, you know, Solemn or any of the other negate cards that exist now. There's a bunch. Bottomless Trap Hole is sort of an OG callback, and always a good card to have up your sleeve, you know. To banish your opponent's monsters is always more effective in general than just destroying them. Crevice, I really like. I have a bunch of them, and I really like having them as an option because removing your opponent's card, it's like the simple Soul Release. It's not as good as Soul Release, I would say, but it's definitely a good card to have. And then we have Call of the Haunted, which I think is self-explanatory. You know, you always want to bring the zombies back. I mean, that is their specialty. That's why they're zombies, right? And then Compulsory Evacuation Device, which is just cost-free staple trap card that's really good. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much for watching it. If you did like watching it, please give me a like. And if you want to see more random fun decks like this, please subscribe. Thank you.